Hey everybody, come on in. It's the Daily Bern. We're going to start in just a minute. Took me a second to get going. I apologize for that. But hopefully you liked the little intro I made for you, the little picture of Bernie and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. That was inspiring for me anyway, at least to make it. The image of Bernie burning down the establishment and the powers that be, taking this country back. Didn't Bernie kick ass at the debate last night? I mean, let me skip ahead just a second. But didn't Bernie kick ass at the debate last night? I don't consider that a cuss word. I don't cuss on this show, but Bernie slayed it at the debate. He did a fantastic job. I'm very proud of Bernie's performance in the debate. Even though, I got pointed out to me because I did a wrap up show last night, and I got it pointed out to me that Bernie did get 15 responses. He talked 15 times. But still, he was mostly silenced. I mean, let's be serious. He was mostly silenced. And on every issue that Bernie would have shined, they tried to stay away from Bernie. But he did a good job of pulling it back to the topic and bringing it all back together. And he shines in those situations. Bernie is a fantastic candidate. We couldn't really ask for a better candidate in Bernie Sanders. There's nothing more that that man could be doing for us. He's doing great. He killed it at the debate, and I also thought Tulsi did very good too. I would have liked it better if she'd have went after Warren heavier. That I would have liked a little more. I wish she'd have really went at Warren, but she didn't. She went at Buttigieg. She tore up Buttigieg a little bit, but the debate was okay. It was mostly disappointing though. That was my big takeaway, was that they're not going to give our revolution a platform. They're always going to pretend that we are on the outskirts, that this is not what everyone wants. This is not what the average person wants. 70% of the population wants Medicare for all. 70%. So no matter what you're hearing from the media, they're lying to you. They're outright lying to you, because 70% of the population, of the American population, wants Medicare for all. And Pete Buttigieg would have you believe that it's Medicare for all who want it. That some people don't want health care. Some people aren't concerned with their health care, and they don't really want it. So it's Medicare for all who want it, right? He is so polished and really shines like a diamond in debates. Pete Buttigieg is a very good speaker. You can tell that he is a career politician. He's very, very, very good at it. And this Medicare for all who want it, it makes me laugh every time I hear it, but you got to understand that's dangerous. That's really dangerous, because that's what gets people to believe, okay, well, I have great insurance at my job, so I don't need Medicare for all. And I don't want it. So I don't need to vote for Bernie. I can vote for Buttigieg or Cory Booker or Kamala Harris or Elizabeth Warren. I can find middle ground because I got great insurance at my job. It's Medicare for all. That's the only way we're going here. We're not looking to negotiate, not looking for middle ground, not looking to be sold a Medicare for all who want it plan. That's ridiculous. And Joe Biden, the supposed front runner, wanted to talk about was building on Obamacare. All he really wants to talk about is Obama. And someone called him out on it last night. I don't remember who it was now, because most of these people are completely forgettable. The people running for president on the Democratic side, there were 12 on the debate stage. Only two of them are seriously running for president, Tulsi and Bernie. The rest of them are running political campaigns. They plan on doing book tours after this and maybe having a talk show, being a CNN contributor. They're building their career. They don't plan to win. Andrew Yang does not plan to win. In his wildest fantasies, Andrew Yang does not become president of the United States. I promise you. He's taking your money and he's selling UBI to the public. That's what Andrew Yang is doing. But none of these people are serious contenders. Beto O'Rourke, he's done. He's been done. Long time. Cory Booker's done. Half that stage could have been eliminated. But they'll stay in. They'll stay in as long as they can to try to dilute the field and try to pull focus away from Bernie Sanders and the message and the revolution. But they're not going to be able to. It's not going to be enough. Hey, Dion, good to see some people coming in. Share this out. Get it out. Be the media. This is a new time for us. We used to go on at 9 a.m. every day, 9 a.m. But now I got a new job. I changed jobs. You might have heard me talking about my job sucked. I changed jobs. And I got a set schedule so that I could do my shows around my job. But my shows have to happen at night now. So 7 p.m. is the new time for the Daily Bern. And it's every day, Monday through Friday. We will now be taking Saturdays and Sundays off per Babels. That's rules from Mama of the house, so that's the way it's got to be. Adam says, I think Yang will endorse Sanders. He may endorse Sanders. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't trust him enough to make that prediction myself, but maybe you do. I don't know much about Andrew Yang. I just know that I don't like universal basic income. And I don't like it for a lot of reasons. And one of the main reasons is it's what the elite want. They want to put us on an allowance. They want to control us and get us. They're going to replace us with robots. Andrew Yang's not selling fear propaganda. He's telling the truth. Even Mark Zuckerberg goes around talking about UBI. It's not a new concept among the elite. They got to do something with us. They're going to put us on an allowance. But they don't tell you that a lot of things go away. You know, they always want to paint this dystopian nightmare future of breadlines and communism when you're talking about Bernie Sanders. But the reality is we're heading to a dystopian future if we don't elect Bernie Sanders. That's the reality of the situation. But the media paints a completely different version of reality. The media edits reality in real time. They always have. They always will. It's sad. But what can you do? You know, all we can do is fight them, be the media, and get out there and do all we can. That's what I'm doing with this little show. I came up with the idea that there needed to be a motivational show for our revolution, for those of us out there in this fight, doing all we can to get Bernie elected and move this country forward towards something that works for the people. And there wasn't one. And we need to understand that we deserve better. And if we put in the work, we can have it. And we are. The squad endorsed Bernie announced it today or yesterday, after the debates, I believe. That's big. That's really huge. But fundraising-wise, we killed it last night. We raised a ton of money last night. We are doing fantastic. Individual donations, I'll add. No big money interest. Over $30 million raised so far. By 1 million individual people reaching into their own pocket and donating because they believe in this fight. And we're going to win. I understand that sounds optimistic, but it's not. If you study history, this is the way change takes place. And it's happening. So I have to do all I can in this fight. And what I decided was what I could do was let you know and put the message out and have someone other than Bernie saying, we can do this. We can. I'm not optimistic. I'm not a upbeat person. I have to build myself up to do this show. Because I don't talk to you if I'm feeling weak. Because we can't think that way. We have to think like winners. We have to be like sharks and move forward and not allow anything to stop us. Because they're going to put everything they can in our way. They're going to fight us hard as they can, tooth and nail, no doubt. But we do all we can, we will win. I guarantee it. There's nothing they can do to stop us. So lose your fear of being wrong and take chances. Create opportunities. Make the most of those opportunities when you get them. You know, Talk to people. Whatever you decide to do it every day. Pick something. Pick something, whatever it is for you. For me, it's this show and volunteering. I do the texting. We'll get to that in a minute because there's tons of ways to volunteer. But I do those things. But pick whatever works for you. Everybody has different time restraints and different skills and different abilities, etc. Pick what works best for you, but commit to it and then do it every day. And if enough of us do that, we'll win. Easily. Because it only takes 3% of a population to overthrow the government. 3% to have a successful revolution. That's attainable. We have the momentum to reach that number. All we need is 10% or 3% strong-willed and resolute that we're not here to negotiate. We're not looking for middle ground. We're coming to take this. We got to understand we're going to have to take it. It's not going to be given to us. Nobody's ever going to give this to us or make it easy. But like I said, just lose your fear of being wrong and create opportunities. And when you get them, do the most you can to capitalize on them. So to do that, inform yourself. We're fighting big propaganda and big money, spending huge amounts of money to misinform the average person and get them to vote against their own best interest. We have to fight that. So you got to be informed. When you get a chance to talk to somebody about Medicare for All and they voice their concerns, if you're not informed, you won't be able to have a productive conversation. But if you are informed, you can do a whole lot better job of being persuasive in that opportunity. See what I'm saying? So inform yourself. And the good way to do that is to follow the Bern notice. That is the official campaign newsletter of the Bernie Sanders campaign. And they take all the media, all the coverage of Bernie's policies and Bernie's plans and put it all in one place so that it's all centralized. And it's a really great tool. And use that to inform yourself. It's perfect for it. But anything you use, I suggest that, but use whatever. Inform yourself on the policies. You can go to berniesanders.com and learn about a lot of the policies. And there's a lot to learn on there. And that's in the description. But also donate if you can. After the show, donate $1 to Bernie Sanders. Go to berniesanders.com, donate $1. If you have $1 that's burning a hole in your pocket, maybe you were going to buy a candy bar, donate $1. Because individual donations matter, and that counts, and of course, statistically and all that. But this is all publicly funded. We're raising this money, us, to fight billions of dollars. We don't have to raise billions of dollars either, but we're going to have to raise a lot of money. So whatever you can give, please donate. Do all you can. But I told you we get back to volunteering. There are tons of ways to volunteer. And I do the texting. The texting is super, super, super easy. Couldn't be any easier. Takes about 10-15 minutes of your day. And you can send out 1,000 text messages. And that's very important to the revolution and to the movement and to the election. Because the Democrats will do the same stuff they did in 2016. And I volunteered in 2016. Hey, Steve, I volunteered in 2016. And they told people the wrong place to go. They told people the wrong polling places. And we had to text out. And luckily the service existed. Bernie's the first campaign to have that, I think, in 2016. I don't know if that's accurate. Sometimes I say things and I don't know why I said them. But I want to say that's true. Anyways, it was a very important tool because we were able to communicate with people on the ground in real time and tell them, no, that's not where to go. This is where to go. So I do that. Real easy, super easy to do, but there's tons of stuff to do. They really have a ton of different ways to volunteer. There's even social media volunteering. So there's tons of stuff. Go to berniesanders.com, look around, see if there's something for you. Or pick something in your own life. The change that we want to make, we can do right now. Our fight and Bernie's fight are different. We're already in our fight. This keeps going, even past electing Bernie Sanders president. That's not the end of our fight anyway. That's the beginning. That's a nuclear strike. That's going to motivate and inspire millions of people. It's going to be a real big deal moving forward. But that's the beginning. That's the first page of the story. There's much more to this fight and much more to this revolution, and it continues on. Excuse me. Way past electing Bernie Sanders. And we need to understand that. And we need 3%. 3%, that is attainable. 3%. 3% of people to understand that if we own this 100%, take responsibility for it, take it as ours, know that we have to do it, and move forward united and do all we can, we will be unstoppable. And that's a fact. That's not me saying anything that's not true. It's a fact. Historically. Not just American history either. Historically. But the campaign themselves, Bernie's campaign, is doing fantastic. And Bernie's very healthy. And that's another thing that he showed last night at the debates, is that he's very healthy and he's doing great. I had someone ask me today, is Bernie's campaign over because of the heart attack? And I know even Bernie's calling it a heart attack, but it wasn't a heart attack. If Lori was here, this is my political show, so Lori doesn't come to this one, but if Lori was here, Lori's a nurse, Lori would be able to tell you, any nurse could tell you, stents are a common medical procedure. It wasn't even that big a deal. He was out walking with Jane Danes later. He's in great shape. He's in real good health. Look it up. I thought it was a bigger deal before I looked it up. Stents are actually pretty common, and they've mastered the practice of them. It's just not as big an ordeal as it makes you think. When you think heart problem, oh my God, your mind runs crazy, right? He's great now, and he's in better shape than he was before because Steve says he looked super healthy. He looked really good. I talked about that. The squad endorsed him. Steve mentioned the squad endorsed him. That's going to be big. No matter how you feel about them, they have huge support and huge following, and I like them. I think they're a great voice for the progressive movement. I like anybody that's speaking truth to power, and that's what they're doing. So their endorsement is big. And it's going to mean a lot moving forward. It really is. Because we got to understand, people got so upset when the Working Families Party didn't endorse Bernie Sanders. So what? We don't want certain people's support. And certain people are going to show us who they are. Yeah, Steve, this is the new time, by the way. 7 p.m. every day moving forward. 7 p.m. every day, Monday through Friday, Daily Bern. But all war is deception. They're going to lie. They're going to paint the truth and color it. Twist reality. That's what they do. But what we're doing is what's going to make this happen. We are on our way. We do have the momentum. But they'll never show you, and they'll build up stuff like Bernie's heart thing and the stints. But I'm telling you, it wasn't a big deal. And stints are a common procedure that's done every day. Jeffrey says it's not Bernie that his ruling class fears the most. What they fear the most is us, in gigantic crowds of people, and they should. They don't fear that man. They don't fear a 78-year-old man. They fear us. They're trying to stop us. It's not about stopping Bernie Sanders. It's about stopping the people. The people are rising up. That's what the media is pointing the cameras away from. That's what they don't want anybody to know is happening. But it is. And you're a part of it. So do all you can moving forward. Just stay vigilant. Stay persistent and consistent. Doing all you can doesn't mean working till you get exhausted and then not doing anything for 3 days. It means picking something you can do every day and doing it every day. Even when you don't feel like it, even when it's hard. There are days that I don't want to do this show. I do it anyway because I committed to doing it about 4 or 5 months ago. And now I think if I quit, I'd be so mad at myself I wouldn't be able to live with myself. I got to do this at least till we get Bernie elected. Steve says the new time is good for him. Good. I think it'll be better for a lot of people coming on in the evening. And I got it locked in, so that's good. I got a set schedule at my job, and I'm able to schedule my shows now. So also tonight, right after this actually, at 8 p.m., Conspiracy Theories and Chill, my conspiracy theory show, will be live. And tonight is Underground Bunkers and Bases. We're going to look into those and explore that. And we're also going to talk about FEMA camps and anything else. We always get into tons of stuff. We go all over the place. It's a pretty cool show. And that'll be on at 8 p.m. But yeah, the Daily Bern from now on at 7. I usually do Bernie events and stuff, but I got to do a quick show tonight because, like I said, I got the other show at 8. Then I got to set that all up. So I'm going to be pretty busy for the next half hour. But I want us to know, before we end, just remember what I was saying. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. Don't put it all on yourself. Keep in mind, you can only do what you can do. Just do it consistently. You see what I mean? And if you do that, there's nothing that can stop you because that's the way winning is done. And you will get knocked down and things will get hard and things will get in your way. But if you keep going, keep moving forward, keep pushing through all that, then you will win. You just will. You can will things into existence. Your mind is more powerful than they ever want you to understand. They don't ever want us to unlock our potential or realize our power. They hide it from us. And we'll talk about that more on tonight's Conspiracy Theory show. Some of you might not be ready for that stuff. This is a political show. It's not for that. But it's true. Divide and conquer. Been used all throughout time. They manipulate us. They always have. They always will. The only thing we can do is protect ourselves with the truth. Spread the truth. Get it out there. We're waking people up. There's a mass awakening happening. They're trying to stop it, but we're making it happen. Keep pushing forward. Keep doing all you can, and we'll win. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been the Daily Bern. We do this every day now at 7 p.m. Central. Every night, Monday through Friday. If you're feeling down and you're in this fight, know that there will be a motivational show for you. For this revolution. That's what this is for. Usually we go longer and I do news and show you Bernie events, but I've got the other show coming up at 8 and I realized late after I'd already scheduled everything that was going to be tough. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow on the next episode of the Daily Bern. If you shared, thank you very much. Be the media and go to BernieSanders.com. Check it out. See if there's any way you can volunteer. Donate $1. Donate $27.